Alright. Where's the leaderboard look before I start? Wow. Dragon Boy's actually taking the lead. Oh, I started! Oh, sorry. Hello! I didn't even realize I started. Hello! How's everyone doing for the stream? Everyone doing good? Yeah, second stream in the same day. Hi, Draft Legend. Hi, Alyssa Jane Bell. Welcome to the stream. My day has been ruined after seeing a damage calc. Hi, Corey. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be... So, if you guys are wondering why I'm doing another stream in the same day, it's because I don't have any ideas for showcases, and I want to make some showcase ideas live on stream. So, yeah. I'll delete this team. I already was building a Geklo. So, alright. Let's do this. So, I wanted to use the Picolio set that I saw earlier this stream. Someone was using a Picolio set earlier this stream. I wasn't sure if it was Draft Legend or if it was someone else. But, yeah, I saw someone showcasing it and I felt like it has potential. But I don't know who to use it with. And I really wanted to make this... Violana set work too. But I don't know how to really play with it yet. So... that's why I'm on stream. I'm not even sure if it's just going to be these two. I'm thinking about just adding new showcase demands as it goes. So, yeah. What are some showcase ideas that y'all want me to show? 200 very brawny specialty gloves, bows, Borok, Earthquake. 200 very robust Lava Fiend. 37% chance to Oko. Well, yeah, Krakalola is pretty bulky. Showcase Choo-Choo, range Tata, Choo-Choo. Everyone... what is Choo-Choo's attack stat anyway? What is Choo-Choo's attack stat? I don't even know what its attack stat is. I don't want to ruin these. Oh, I mean, I could just not save, to be fair. No, these will always be saved. But yeah, what's Choo-Choo's attack stat anyway? It actually has 83 attack, which is kind of funny. Range Tatab. Hi, Literally Real. Welcome to stream. Yeah, that's a pretty high range attack set. There's also another set I want to showcase as well. Sherbot PvP, I think, used this. And it's Sherbot. I want to re-showcase Sherbot at some point because the globe items with Sugar Rush is actually really solid with it. Like, the problem with this Sherbot set, it's so close to being something. But from what I've seen, it's one move too short. I'll show y'all. I'm going to build the set. So it's that, I don't know what it'll drop. Tender, I guess. I don't know. Tender... what would the other... okay. It would be Deep Freeze, the Deep Freeze, Metal Blast, Jetstream, and Jumpstart. That's the moveset. Because there's a condition with Sherbot, while under Thunderstorms, a Jumpstart makes it so it deals less damage to itself. So, you click Jumpstart, and then you get a free setup while under Thunderstorms, which activates your globe, and then you're at +2, and you're able to do a lot of damage. The problem with Sherbot is that there's no way for it to hit metal types. It needs this move. It really needs Thunder Blast or Thunder Strike, or even better, this move, Climate Cannon. So you can use an electric move while under Storm Globe, and so other globes can be used. You know what I mean? Right now, it doesn't have a good electric type move to use other than Zip Zap. And if you click Zip Zap, your sweep's over. So, it's one move too short. And yes, I could use Jetstream. And yes, this would make it so I can hit fire types for super effective damage. But I'm just a sitting duck versus metal types for no reason. That's just way too problematic to consistently use this. You know what I mean? Not saying that it can't be used, but, metal types are so common. Like, even if like Thunderstrike would be cooking. Like, that would actually be very solid. You know what I mean? Whenever Hail Globe comes out, Sherbot can use it. If it gets it, it'll be too OP. I don't know if Hail Globe would be the thing. Like, I feel like Storm Globe would still be the globe of choice. Oh, wait, it is? It is getting Climate Cannon? Wait, Sherbot is getting Climate Cannon, right? I don't know, because I haven't looked at the... I actually have not looked at the balance changes yet. Is there a spot where I can find all the balance changes? Because if there are, we can actually check those real quick. And maybe we could build some showcase Limians off of those. Alright, let me turn off the sound for a second. I'm turning off the sound. I want to see if I can find the balance changes anywhere. If I can find them, we can maybe look them over. Yeah, I'm thinking of, because if it had another move, if Sherbot had another move, like Thunder Blast, or Climate Cannon, or Thunder Strike, I can actually see myself actually using it and being effective. Because Ice Electric with Metal Stab is really good. The official Lumion Legacy Discord is pinned in PvP discussion. Okay. Okay, I'm in Discord. PvP discussion. Pinned. So that's Year 2, Season 1 balance changes. Season Year 2, Future Look. So it's this one I want. Download. Turn that off. And yeah, let's look at it. I got it. I am going to make this as its own video at some point. But I just want to get this out now. I just want to take a quick look and then use this as a frame of reference. So, here it is. Year 2, Season 1. Let's make it a little bigger so y'all can actually see these moves. Alright, that's so you can actually see the moves. Okay. Alright. I hope you guys can see that okay. I might have to zoom in a little bit. I mean, I could just technically zoom in all the way, to be fair. I could just zoom in more. It's just gonna make it harder for the rest of the stream. Okay, there we go. We got it. I got it zoomed. This is as zoomed in as I'll make it. If I make it even more, it'll just be a little... It'll be a little excessive. Can y'all see that okay, or do I need to zoom in a little more? Oh, damn, Jamie is putting Climate Cannon on everything? Yeah! I'm excited, because I actually really like Climate Cannon. I think Climate Cannon's a cool move. So I'm fine with everything getting it. Plus, it has more control of the weather. So yeah, I am going to make my own video on this, ranking all of these, but I guess we can, you know, look ahead. So, alright. Range shot type Climate Cannon? Okay. Year 2, Season 1 balance changes. I'm just looking at this real quick to see if everything's okay. Okay, yeah. I don't want to lag out to that. Okay. So, let's look at these balance changes. So, Year 2, Season 1 balance changes. It's considered the weather season, even though this season's considered the weather season. Nova Diaz, Sorelli, Soulburst Icicle, and Gargolem A. Again, just get Soulburst Icicle unbanned under it already. But everything else is fine. Everything else makes sense. Mechanic changes, fog weather. There are too many inconsistencies with spirit types and your abilities. Instead, let's rework it and step away from this entirely. This weather will make all priority moves fail. And it will still make 2-turn moves become 1-turn moves. Okay. So it'll just make all priority moves fail while also making 2-turn moves 1-turn moves. Okay. Honestly, I think I find all priority moves fail. So that includes priority moves on your side. Interesting. Okay. Wait. Cephalops is freed. Wow, Cephalops is free unless... Oh my god, Cephalops is free from jail. I don't know how to see it. I don't know how to feel about that. Wow. That I'm not sure about PvP. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if Climate Cannon on Cosmere would work. It might. I don't know, actually. Yeah, so Fog... Oh, no! Climate Cannon would be used for Cosmere Cracked. But we're gonna look ahead. We're gonna get over there in a second. So it's kind of like Psychic Terrain. So that's interesting. So it could actually... You could use Pteronics to stop priority moves. Wow. And that's really good for Spirit type weather. Because Spirit types are weak to Shadow Sprint. So yeah, now you can't Shadow Sprint them. Honestly, I think that's fine. Brand new abilities. Toasty, the user is immune to the Frostbite status condition and will gain a resistance to Ice-type moves. I don't know what's getting Toasty, but that is a cool little ability. I'm fine with that. I mean, being immune to Frostbite is always a good thing. Do you know where I can see this? It's in PvP discussion in the pinned comment and Libyan Legacy official Discord server. Ability changes. Inferno. Change to hurt the user 1/16 of their HP while attacking while Heatwave Weather is still active instead of 1/8. Yeah, Inferno was garbage. 1/8 of your HP is just way too much. I think 1/16 is way better. Season 5 Climate Wars. This is year 2, season 1. It's technically season 5, but yeah, it's year 2, season 1. We're basically doing it by years now. It's crazy that we've had rank for a year. It didn't feel like that long. It's crazy. Libyans gaining new abilities. Cradle will now get the ability Toasty instead of Territorial. I'm down with that. Hey, Cradle's gonna like that. If you're using Cradle and Little Cup, it's gonna like that. Yes! You know what? I'm all in for this. No more melee attackers getting trapped in jail by Crackalola. Life is good. I can actually use my melee attacks in peace. And if Crackalola's on the field, I will switch into our ranged attacker as it Raging Flames. We are free from Crackalola trapping melee attackers. Life is good. Spitznagoop gets a comeback in Season 5. We'll see. Gunpod Inventation will now get Inferno. I wonder which ability Inferno is going to take. It'll probably just be its second ability, maybe. So yeah, Inventation's getting a buff. Crackalola's having an ability change. And Cradle's going to have a buff. Move changes. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Okay, yeah, I can see it. Alright. Geyser. Change strength to 95 power from 80. Increase damage by 30% in Heatwave Weather instead of lowering by 30. That's a nice little buff for Geyser. So Ventation can actually use Geyser while under the Heatwave Weather, which will make it unique compared to any other water type in LL. Now you have Flare Blast will now hit both opponents instead of having a 20% chance to burn. Thunder Blast will now hit both opponents instead of having a 20% chance to paralyze. And Frost Blast will now hit both opponents instead of having 20% chance to frostbite. Those are nice little changes. I think that's gonna make the blast moves very, very, very powerful in doubles. Once we have a double season, that's going to be very powerful. I'm just checking on something real quick. Yep. Alright. Does that show everything? I might have to just move it down. Okay. Once we get the pike, we might just have to... Yeah, I can just move it down, actually. Yeah, move it down to, like, right there. That would be good. That'll be good enough for now. So, alright. By the way, 16 people are watching the stream. Thank you all very much. True, we will move to Billaforge and we will still tease melee attackers. Thing is, Billaforge can eventually get... The thing with Billaforge is that it can get wore down over time, and Crackalola can just rejuvenate. So, I'm fine with Billaforge still having Scorching Skin. You now have to choose a decision. You either trap melee attackers with Billaforge while it gets wore down, or you use Crackalola as a wall. Yeah, Jamie decided to turn Ventation to a Heat Wave abuser. We asked for Water Bubble Ventation. Alright. Now Diluvian's getting the new moves. Cosmere Climate Cannon. Cosmere Crack will finally be able to hit metal types while under Heat Wave. So yeah, oh my god, Cosmere cracked under Heat Wave. Cosmere cracked under Heat Wave is gonna be so good. Cosmere cracked under Heat Wave is gonna be so dangerous. Because it has Frost Breath to actually lower the speed stats of the opposing Lumion. It can just be a consistent ranged attacker that can just consistently deal damage. I feel like Cosmere Crack's gonna be really good with this. I don't know why. Especially if you use this in weathers like under Heat Wave or under Thunderstorms, where you can actually hit metal types. That's really good for it. That's a really good buff for Cosmere. As for anything else, Odiaga, Climate Cannon, and Gale Force, that makes sense. Seems redundant with Infernix, which is getting a good buff in the same patch. I don't know yet. Like, I haven't. I'm trying to look at these moves before I read the comments because I'm not sure if y'all are speaking some of the buffs ahead of time or not. Hydroline getting Climate Cannon's a good buff. We'll get to there in a little bit. Powerline getting a debuff over the next season. It loses some of its relevance. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So yeah, Dractus, Climate Cannon, and Trip Root. Sea Drake. Underweather. Interesting. Fishkarna's having Climate Cannon. Zephelin's having Climate Cannon. Oh my god. Zephelin under Thunderstorms could be something. Thing is, it does lose its air resistance. Or its earth immunity. But being able to hit Silver Stratosaur for super... Maybe it would be better in the Heat Wave. So you can have air, fire, and earth. That's actually super strong. Holy crap. You have air stab, fire, and earth coverage. That's actually very dangerous. I'm definitely going to be trying Zephelin under Heat Wave. Hydroline getting Climate Cannon. Probably not going to make it any better. I mean, maybe. Problem is that it still doesn't fix Hydroline's fundamental flaws. Thunderstrike Ibrella. It's never gonna use these moves when it has it. Cinemoth Climate Cannon. I mean, I could maybe make Cinemoth okay. It might make it okay. Problem is that it still needs a turn of setup, but it could use it. Galvademic getting Climate Cannon. That's actually gonna be a nice buff for it. Because under Strong Gust, Climate Cannon will actually give it a stronger airtight move while under Strong Gust. And if you use other weathers, you just have coverage. So, that's a nice little buff for offensive Galvademic. I think that's going to be a good move for it. Spreezy's going to get Climate Cannon. That's actually going to make offensive Spreezy actually usable and not absolute trash. So I'm down with that. I hit this autocorrect thing. Why put the Portagon Stylix? Hail. How are you, Josh? I'm in the middle of finals, not my exam. Wish me luck. Good luck on your exams, Pixel Pyro. So yeah, there's a lot of changes. Yeah, everything is getting Climate Cannon. Ventation's getting Climate Cannon, Downpour, Heat Wave, and Trip Root. So, okay, Ventation is going to be able to finally hit Luminami with Trip Root. Interesting. Sharbot getting Climate Cannon. Yes! You know what? I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Climate Cannon on Sharbot. That might... Oh my god, there's a shot that could actually make it really... Especially the Sugar Rush variant. Oh my god. Sharbot might actually be usable now. Or at least, it might actually be solid. Not just usable, but solid. Because the thing is with Sharbot, even though its stats are absolute trash... There are a couple different ways you could use it. You could use Specialty Goggles Pivot, or you could use Sugar Rush with a Globe. But both of those movesets are just niche. Neither of those movesets are very consistent. Now with Climate Cannon, the Sugar Rush Sharbot is going to get a massive buff. Even the Overcloak one can, because now you have a more consistent electric type attack. That's something. Like, honestly, Climate Cannon Sharbot might actually be very good. Even if you don't run this under Thunderstorms, you can just use a globe item, and then you get a coverage move of choice. It's gonna use Storm Globe still though, because it takes less damage from Jumpstart. But now it can actually, like, what Loomians would Sherbot not be able to hit under Thunderstorm? That's something that I still gotta look at. Probably fire types, but even then at that point, you're still hitting it for neutral damage. At +2, you might be able to OHKO most of them. Any of them that's not named Eruptodon. Their Soul's getting Grog Assault, Funpuff's getting Trip Root, Dobo's getting Trip Root and Heat Wave, so Infernax will finally be able to consistently hit Luminami, so that's going to be fun to try out. Wow! Whippledrift's getting Rock Slide and Landslide. And Poison. Oh my god, it's getting Poison Barbs too. Oh my god, it's getting Poison Barbs. Whippledrift is going to be freaking insane. Whippledrift's already good as it is. It doesn't need this much more. You had Landslide to hit electric types. It had Rock Slide to hit air types. Oh my god, that's... Whippledrift's going to be very strong. Whipple might go. Whippledrift. It's going to be over. Yeah, this is... Yeah, Whippledrift. That's probably going to be one of my first showcases I use. Kabunga's getting Landslide. What would that help? Chartiki's getting Landslide. That's what this is. Now, so yeah, Chartiki would be getting Landslide with this. Wow, that's actually really good for it. What move would it drop is the real thing. What move would it drop? It'd probably be Fire Breath, Landslide, Muck Blast, Rejuvenate. Either that, or Fire Breath, Muck... It would basically be there as a third attacking move if you don't want Rejuvenate or Burn Up. Or if it's a Goggle set, you can have 4 moves. That's basically what Landslide is for Chartiki. Did I tell you the story of why Kabunga's getting Landslide now? Oh yeah, you told me. It's because Chartiki lost to Flail Pyrolin. That's why. Whippledrift low-key my favorite Loomian. I can tell you, I mean your channel avatar is a Whippledrift, so it makes sense. I like Whippledrift too, it's pretty good. Now, Hydreigon getting... Is that Deja Vu? Yeah, Deja Vu in Wave Wrecker. So, the Ludrix is getting Wave Wrecker in Deja Vu. That's actually going to be solid for it. Partagon getting Climate Cannon, we knew about that already. That's going to be another one of my showcases as well. Cradle getting Heat Wave. Yeah. Chartiki getting Heat Wave. Landtalk getting Heat Wave. Basically, you know, Land Torch. Oh, it's going to get... So basically, it's going to get priority Heat Wave setting. That's interesting. Well, if there's no Barbs up. Thunderstorms for Zulong, Thunderstorms for Joltooth, Thunderstorm for Itka. So yeah, they're just adding weather moves for everything. Revanine's getting Charred Claw, so it's getting a melee attacking fire move, and it's getting Magnify. So, oh wow, that's actually really good for it. I could drop either Fade Away or Phantom Blast for that. I would probably have to drop Fade Away for Magnify. But yeah, now you have an option of a fort move. Do you run Fade Away for Pivot? Or do you run Setup for Magnify? That's cool. I think that's going to be good for Revanine. Skellig getting Brawn Boost and Savage Horn. It can finally hit Lachute. Oh my god, that's a miracle. And then Gargolem is getting Gale Force. So those are the new moves. I will make my own individual video and grade these in my own video. That video might be out later this week. But yeah. I might make a more specific video towards this, where I'll grade all of these. But yeah, right now, I think it's fine. Loomians that are... Hi, main man, Lat, welcome to the stream. Land Torch Heat Wave seems decent, at least for doubles. You'll never see that in single. Yeah, that's never seen in singles, but in doubles, it can set Heat Wave for itself. And maybe for any other Fire-type teams. Yeah, it pairs well with Dissipate, too. So yeah, now we have the Loomians losing moves, which is Luminami losing Mega Chomp and Frost Beam. Cradle and Vocalola... Yeah, Cradle, Crackalola, and Vocalola losing Mudslide. And Lachute losing Icicle Trap. Instead, we'll get Frost Breath. Instead, Festiver gets Icicle Trap as level 1. So, no more Icicle Traps on Lashent. Not sure how to feel about that. Not sure how to feel about that. Nami, we're all reviving LL for Year 2, Season 2. But yeah, those are the Lumions losing moves. Now let's talk about the bugs, because there's quite a few of them to go over. Base Slumber, if the user switches out of battle after using Slumber, it switches back in. It shouldn't lose its melee defense. Yeah, I saw that in a battle, actually, so that's fair. Weather Globes, if a weather is already active. Yep, that's fair. The globe shouldn't activate until the weather is ended or changed. All the cores don't have updated description. Devious doesn't bypass tank. Well, that's brutal. Hopefully that gets changed. Guru should check the user's moves for any boosts, changes before applying the ability. Oh, so no more ill will. No more 210 base power ill will. That sucks. Demanding doesn't stack with health draining moves. So now I think it will stack. Conspire does not work in general. Bursting Seams, if the user doesn't recover an item, the ability will just break. Doesn't work with Weather Globes. Okay. Oh, that's why my offensive Ear Snack wasn't getting extra moves. Well, good to know. We now know now. So those are the changes we're going to have for Year 2, Season 1. Not sure when that will be out, but it'll be out soon. Now let's actually start building PvP teams like I did in the thumbnail. So we can make a Sherbot team. We can't, you know what? Let's make a Sherbot team. Because it will get Climate Cannon. It will actually get Climate Cannon. That could be one of the first showcases I do. And this would be the solid run. Very smart. 200, 200. Yeah, probably 200, 200. I don't think I want to add any energy. I just add extra bulk. Like, that's probably the set I would run on it. I mean, I could maybe add specific TPs to live a particular hit, but I feel like that's the way to run Sherbot. I just wish it lost 10 melee defense and got that in its ranged attack. So it had 87 melee defense, and then 94 ranged attack. 104 ranged attack. But still, I think this is going to work. Yeah. This would be the Sherbot I would use. So yeah, this would be my Sherbot Globe team. I guess having a secondary way to set up thunderstorms is not a bad idea either. Okay, so Overclock, we are not dealing with 3 turns of electric coverage. It's Sugar Rush as the item. That's the reason why I'm using the Storm Globe. Because the plan is, we use the Globe and then we have Jumpstart, 2 turns of Climate Cannon. That's the plan. Either that, or we could just set up thunderstorms. That could work too. That's kind of the plan I'm trying to work with Sherbot here. I could showcase it there, but I want to use it on a single map. So, what would combine well with Sherbot? Should I use an actual... Water coverage doesn't hit most metals, though, is the problem. Like, electric is the best way to use it because it makes Jumpstart deal less damage to itself. Revenine could work. Because the thing is with this Sherbot set, it's supposed to come in later in the game. This isn't something that should come in early. Yo, the goat is back again. What's up, Josh? Freddy here. Welcome, Freddy. What would be the second Lumion I could add to this? Do I add Plasmoth on this team? Should I just make this like a Thunderstorms team? That's true. And I mean, in this situation, it would make sense to run. Yeah, you're right, because since I'm dropping Jetstream, this version would not hit Soulburst Crackalola. So that is fair. What else do we have? We have Picolio. We have this Picolio set. I'm not sure if this is going to be the final set or not, but I was thinking about making either 3 moves Magnify or 2 moves Scapegoat Magnify. I kind of want to make this kind of like a stall-breaking set. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want a potential stall breaker that can, you know, that could set up Magnify and then come in later in the game and do some stuff. It just feels so specific is the problem. And then, of course, we got this. Like, I really want this Violana to work. I just don't know if it can. Bug-type Hullabaloo, Landslide, Rejuvenate Palm. Like, can this work? Would it work? And how well would it work? Because it outspeeds all of the bulky Lumions. I mean, this set outspeeds very brawny Borak. I want this guy to get Gen 1 normal type coverage. Like, I think we should build around this Violana, because I feel like this could be one of the showcases I can do. And then we have Hullabaloo to stop healing. And since this is a mind... Yeah, this would actually be a very good Lumion against Ferroglyph. Because Ferroglyph would not be able to click Mind Drain. So yeah, let's start with... Let's build around Violana. Metamorphosis makes it so Hullabaloo is bug type. And it will be boosted as well. What else should I build around it? I feel like we should run a more slower-based team with Violana. We should run a more slower-based pivot-style team with it. And I think you know what Lumion I'm going to add to this team. I think everyone knows that everyone's favorite Lumion is a good fit for this. Let me think about it. So, weak to Ice, weak to Spirit. Yeah, weak to Ice, weak to Spirit. What is its other weakness? So, yeah, Mind. So, weak to Ice. Yeah, weak to Ice, weak to Spirit, which resist Immune. What is Violana's last weakness? I forgot. Not Dark. Dark's neutral. Air, which Luminami's neutral to. We'll just have to add like a metal type or electric type or something. Probably an electric type so we don't lose the Stratosaur on the spot. So, this Luminami variant will be your typical... It's going to be your typical Luminami set. Nothing else to really say here. This is basically your typical Luminami set. I think I'm just going to go all in on the melee bulk on this one. We'll go melee bulky, yeah? We'll go... I don't know, I've tried Restrictive Shield on Lumi. I don't know why, I can't make it work as well. I can't make Restrictive Shield work as well. I've always had more luck with Armor. Yep, I know, Corey, I know. Probably want some type of Hazard Stack. Yeah, that could actually be good. And yeah, and then have the heal blocking. So yeah, Hazard Stack could be very good with it. I can't use Gargoyle Defense because that's weak to Violana. And is there a Barb Setter that resists air and it isn't weak to Ice and Spirit? Let me just finish this set first though. You know, your typical Wave Wrecker, your typical Frost Beam, your typical Thunder Trump in this variant, so I'm not completely dead to Stratosaur, and Flash and Flay. Your stereotypical Luminami set. Nothing new here. The very good Oxydrake. Probably wants some type of hazard. Oxydrake has Driving Force, Resist Air. Oh, that could work actually. Honestly, you might be cooking. Oh. Actually. Oh my god, you might... You know what? If we are using Oxydrake, then I will have to change Luminami sets if we are using Oxy Drake. But it would be worth it because, oh my god, Oxy Drake. What are Oxy Drake's weaknesses? Earth, Light, Brawler. The problem is right now is that we can't block any of the... No, we can block Fade Away. So yeah, we can block Fade Away. We would need Illumian to block Zip Zap and Flash and Flay at this rate. But it's not the end of the... We don't have to worry about that right now. There's Oxidize, Devious, and Combative. Honestly, Combative seems like the best one. Devious could be good, though, because you can hit past abilities. Yeah. I don't know why. Like, Hazard Setting, Driving's Force seems very good. Honestly, let's just run a defensive style team with this. We're going to run very defensive with Hazard stacks. So, Devious or Combative? Devious or Combative? I don't know. Oh man, I don't know. There's a plant type that can set up Icicle Chop. What is it, Corey? I mean, Lashent can, but I don't want to use Lashent. Devious is more niche. I mean, Combative could make Oxy Drake more offensive if need be. But do I want to... I want to run this more defensively. What's Lashent's speed stat? Lashent's 64. Oxy Drake is 63. Meaning, I would need to run 16 speed to outspeed that. And 24... How much is Gargolem defense? Gargolem defense is 65. And I tend to run 16 speed TPs. So I need to outspeed base 92 to outspeed that. And I know what you're all thinking. Why are you all so focused on outspeeding Gargolem? That's so my Driving's Force can go first. What Festifer? Yeah, Festifer could work. Flash and Flay. Problem is, if that's the case, I'll just be very weak to Zulong. Oh no, well that's, what? Would I? No, Zulong lost Fire Breath, so I could use Festifer. I'm not sure. I might do a couple battles while we wait around. Combative. What would be better? Vice Jaws, Primal Slash. Honestly, I'm feeling Vice Jaws here. Because the Spirit types I can hit with that. Ancient types I can hit. This is so tough because I want Barbs, Driving's Force, and Rejuvenate. I want these three moves. What should my attacking move of choice be? Should it be Vice Jaws to hit... Should it be Vice Jaws to hit Charonix? Because Charonix is a pretty meta threat, and being able to hit that is nice. Being able to hit Charonix is nice to have. Denver vs. Washington was actually so hype. Wait, we actually had a good Sunday night football game? Who won that game? Oh my god, it went into overtime. Wow, it went into OT. Oh, they went for 2 and failed. Oh, brutal. These Commanders cannot catch a break. But yeah. Festifer is like if you're committed to go to full spat. Do I go... I don't know if I want to go full fat. I want offense. I need a little bit of offense. What attacking move should I run on Oxy Drake? And if I run Oxy Drake, do I run full melee defensive or do I run a bit of both? I'm thinking about Mysterious Dust on the Drake. Yeah, I'm thinking about Mysterious Dust on the Drake. Mysterious Dust, so I'm not completely so I don't get hazard spam. Oh, that or on Violana, I don't know. I'm just thinking about items to put on these guys. I think I'm just gonna go for mixed defensive. 250 energy, because why not? If I do something like this, how would that do? That could work. You're right, Violana is greedy for dust, so it doesn't get poisoned. I don't have an item for now. But I could also run Health Amulet on Oxydrake. I could even run something like Heavy Shield, but I don't want to run Heavy Shield. I think I'm just going to run Health Amulet. Plus, I could run Health Amulet on something else, is the thing. But yeah, I feel like Vice Jaws on this team right now is better, because I'm weak to light types right now. My first two Lumions cannot hit light types. Which one is Charizard? So there. Now we need a plant type. We could either go offensive with Tatub. Even Seadrake could work too. I really want to go what would Tatub hit? I wouldn't be able to hit Spirit types, which Violana struggles with, so they don't synergize well together. Honestly, Festifer does not synergize bad with it, because it's a plant type that isn't weak to ice. And it's also a plant type. It also means I don't have to worry about the hazards game either. And against fire types, I'm kind of average again. Okay, I'm not looking so hot versus other fire types. I mean, I have Landslide on Violana. This is a slower paced team than the ones I'm used to. I will be doing battles in a bit, don't worry. I might do like one or two, not many. Do I go full passive mode, or do I go full... Or do I go off... Do I add an offensive plant type? Oh, I know a good option for an offensive plant type. Melee attacker, range. So, okay, this would be my third ranged attacker. Banfino actually does not look too bad for this team. Honestly, think about it a little bit. It's a plant type that is not weak to ice. It's not weak to ice. My team is a little weak to dark, so I might have to find a dark type resist later. But this is my Flash and Flea resist. And neutral the Spirit, but that's fine. I can worry about that later. And I can hit fire types with this plant type as well. I can hit fire types with this. This variant of Banfino's. I think this is going to be the very stereotypical Banfino set. I think this is going to be a typical Magnify set. I think this one will be a Magnify set. So we're going to run Tsunami, Nature's Force, Frost Beam, Magnify. This is going to be a typical Magnify set. Alright. This is good. I like this. I like that. What do y'all guys think? What are some other Lumions I could add for this team? Like, I could add Tatub, but Tatub doesn't fit with Violana too well. I have 3 different abilities. Conspire, Bully. Conspire sucks, so I'm not using that. Are you doing the viewer suggestion stream? Try Specialty Boots Mutagon with Body Crash. It'll shock people. I don't know about that one. That seems a little bit too techy for its own right. Maybe it could work, but I don't trust it. The biggest thing I'm scared about is Protogon. Protogon could actually be kind of scary. Yeah, ignoring clutch plushies does seem better. But also hitting Dokomori through Sponge could be good too. Yeah, Sly's probably better in this situation. I do, yeah, I have a melee defensive. I could go range defensive on Lumi. I don't know if I want to go range defensive on Lumi. I want to see what the rest of my team is. Yeah, this is a stall breaking Violana. It's a Violana that has a little bit more offense to it, but it's not there to deal immediate damage. It's there to it's there as a type of stall breaker that can deal damage. That's what this kind of is. So I need an electric type to stop. And this is something I could deal with Borak. I don't know if I can get a one-hit KO on it, but it's something that could work. Oh, the health just does not come together. Like, I'm not running health amulet on it. So it's probably not the end of the world. What if I go for... If I go tender... Oh, it's just such a... That's so far off. It's not worth it. I mean, I could still just boost its range defense, because why not? But it's not going to be enough for... That'll make it so I take a little less from Flashing Blade. Or I could reduce some of the melee defense I'm losing. It doesn't reduce enough, though. I don't know what my... I'm just going to roll my gut and add range defense. So I don't know why. It just seems better to me. Like, it makes no sense, though, is the problem. Especially since I could just add it into HP. I might have to just roll with that. This sucks. I hate that that's so off. What if I just do that? Reduce its range attack a little bit. Why not? Reduce its range attack a little bit. You know what? That will work. I know, I need to find a way to stop Dragodyne. Dragodyne can sweep me if I don't play it right. You're right, that's true. Dragodyne can't sweep me easy. I mean, Violana can do a little damage to it, but yeah, you're right. I need... Oh, and Stratosaur sweeps me too. I need a Zip Zap immunity though. I can't go for Eliguana though. Eliguana though, I just fall in the same trap that it's too passive. Plus, that doesn't fix my Dragodyne problem either. Is there an electric type that is resistant to... There's one. There is exactly one electric type that can take on Dragodyne. Yeah, Palm Provoke, you're right. There's one electric type on my mind that I think can work. There's one of them that I can think of. And this is going to be a different take on this set. I'm going to run a more range defensive Muriel. Not only is this going to be a more range defensive Muriel, but no, that doesn't fix my Zip Zap immunity. And then I still need a fire type. I'm running thin on options here. I'm running thin of options. I'm not using Plasmoth. Plasmoth is so passive. It's so passive. I don't like stall. Do I just make the fire neutral, resist. This adds a dark resist. This adds a Stratosaur resist unless it's energy surge, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much because I'm gonna have a certain move on this Muriel. This is gonna be a restrictive shield. There's my Protogon matchup fixed. But the moves will be Shadowlurk, Zipzap. Now that could be either Landslide or Ferroblast. Which in this situation, I feel like Ferroblast to hit Lachette is better. Yeah, I would rather hit Lachette and Holly Bunch. No, the thing is that only helps with Lachette. It only helps with Lachette is the problem. When I could run Landslide and hit Ikazune coming in, I could hit other Lumions coming in. By the way, my Ikazune matchup does not look so hot. Oh! Hazard removal. Emergency. There's my emergency hazard removal. There's my emergency hazard removal. There we go. And we're going to run a very slow... Do I want to run the slowest possible Muriel, or do I not? How slow is the slowest Luminami? 52, very sluggish. Do I want to run some speed to outspeed the 40 UP variant? Because I surprisingly don't want to be the lowest. I feel like I want to speed creep Luminami. I know it feels so wrong. I have that speed creep 68. It's not good enough. I can't wait 72 speed TPs for that. Do I do that? It's so dumb. Range defensive Borak? I mean, yeah, I could do that. Now I need an air type, too. So I have two options left. Fire. I have to add a fire type, and I need to add a Zipzap immunity. Problem is, my last two spots are very specificized. I need a melee attacker. I need my last two to be melee attackers. Yeah, I need my last two to be melee attackers. So, let's do the Zipzap immunity first. So let's add an Earth type. That's a Zipzap immunity. That's a melee attacker. This one is pretty easy. We could add something like the Hammeroff on the team. Do we add the Hammeroff, or do we go all in on something else? I have two Earth Resist. But if I add a fire type, they'll give me 3 earth weaknesses, which will give me a bad matchup versus Boros. I have to add a fire type, and I have to add a Zip Zap immunity. I can't fit Venusaur on this team. I unfortunately cannot fit Venusaur on the team. I have to stop momentum and fundamentals. I don't think this team's very good. Like, I feel like I need to find... I gotta... Is there a Flash and Flee immunity? Is there a Flash and Flee immunity? Sober's Gastroke is the option, but I would lose all my speed if I did that. Sober's Gastroke is honestly not a terrible option. I could go all defensive for this team. Its Sober's Gastroke would blanket wall so many things. I know. I know about Boros. I want to run Gargolem Attack, but Gargolem Attack is banned in competitive. Gargolem Attack would be such an easy addition. Gargolem Base is not good enough. The problem is that the Earth... Oh, if I add a Earth... I'd make me quad weak to traps. Do I use Gastroke? Sober's Gastroke over Bonfino. Could that work? Because I can Poison Stall. Because with Violana, that could actually be a decent team fit. And then I can make the last 2 picks either something offensive. I need to add at least one offensive thing that's kind of fast. I could use Himber, but I don't know if I want to use that. Himber I don't think works. I'm going to trust my gut. We're going to drop speed and offense to add defense. We're going to be boring, and we're going to add defense. We're going to go for Ungracious Host. And we're going all in on the bulk here. We're going to go on the bulk and try to stay alive. I'm going to go this route. And there is my Zip Zap and Flash and Flea immunity in one spot. $200. Do I go very clever? I think I'm just going to go for the typical clever, robust play. I think I'm just going to go with this play, I think. Or do I add some speed to outspeed Lachance? Speed creeping, no speed Lachance could be nice to have if I can afford it. All that speed would do it. I would do that just to outspeed no sluggish on Lachance. I would do that to outspeed Lachance. Promise the robust just feels useless. But I also don't like dropping my attack either. But I also don't know where else to put the positive personality. I mean, I could put it into small... Okay. The moves I would run are Stratagem, This thing still has Tamp, by the way. I could be evil. Oh, Soulburst Gastroke has 65 base speed. Okay, so I don't even need the speed. If I'm soul bursting every time, I only need 24 speed. And the reason why 24 in particular is to outspeed Gargolem Defense with 16 TPs. Robust is fine because it still needs some melee defense for like, Blaze of Glory. Oh yeah, for like a Kazune. Yep. You know what? You know what? You got me there. And we're going to run a typical Gastroke set. I could run Briar Block over Poison, but in this variant, Poison is better. And my Soul Move can hit other plant types. The thing is, if I have a situation to use Tamp, I'm going to do it. This is going to be a more defensive-orientated version of the team. And after a Tamp, Soulburst Gastroke can win games on its own, if I need to. It might not be a very fun way to play, but if I need to showcase, if I need to make Violana work, I would do it. Now I need a Fire type. Fire type melee attacker. I need 2 melee attacking Fire types. I do not want to use Arceros. I do not want to use Arceros with a burning passion. I have to use Vocaloa. Vocaloa is actually, honestly, not a bad option. Honestly, Vocaloa piques my interest. It honestly piques my interest. I could just run Nuke Set on this. I could do a mix of multiple things on Vocaloa. I could. Do I? Do I run Very Nimble? Or do I run Boots? What are some of the other melee attacking fire types? Let me just check. What are the other melee attacking fire types? There really aren't many good melee attacking fire types. Arceros sucks because Luminami exists. Arceros will never be good when Luminami exists. Hoganosh, but I already have my Soul Burst filled up. Pyrolin's a range attacker. Serenite's melee, but needs setup. Vocaloa. Pharnix won't work on this team, because I already have my range tank. Pillaforge could work, but it's too slow, I need speed. Landtorch could work, but not here. I could run Mixed Itka, but that won't work. Literally, Vocaloa is the only option, and I think it could work. What do y'all guys think? Do y'all think Vocaloa could work for this? And then I have my fire type. You have hazard removal and mudslide. And then we just see what else. And then we have a final slot that's open, and we can do whatever we want with it. We will have a final slot open with whatever we want to do with it. Eruptabase? I mean, I could use Eruptodon, but again, it just suffers from being too slow. But Eruptodon has Blaze of Glory. Do I run Berserk? Combustible. Volcanic. It could, but I still don't think it will be that good. Arceros just can't be used in a meta with Lumi. How do I do against other Lumis? I do okay versus other Lumis. Not amazing, but I do okay. Do I make my Vocaloa Boots? Or do I not make it Boots? I'm gonna run Blaze of Glory because it's the funny nuke button. I'm gonna run Timber Thrash because I need to hit Luminami. Or, no, not Timber Thrash, Coconut Bomb. So I need to hit Luminami. Then the final move is between Phantom Slash, Tricky Tactics. I could maybe try a Blaze Rush play, but no. Blaze Rush Boots would just get me trapped in the Blaze Rush. I could go for Primal... What would Primal Slash even hit? I actually do need to hit other... Primal Slash. Brawn Boost. I could run Emergency Teardown. Yeah, it will still be everywhere. By the way, I'm having drop frames. I'm sorry. I'm having some drop frames. I'm not using Savage Greed because I know if I use Savage Greed, I will miss. I am not dealing with that. If I run that, that would be very nimble. So my last Limian would have to be Boots. Are there any good Boots Limians I could use? Like, I could use Tatub, but Tatub doesn't work for this team. Base stats. I'm just looking. I could use something like a Zulon, but no, I already have Moriel as my electric type. Are there any fast Boots melee attackers that I could use? I could use just the basic Crabtana play to make it Vengeance. That could work. Lavatros with Boots won't work. Stratosaur, no. Hunder Boots, no. Dorigo Boots. No, I already have a bunch of Ancients. Shyanta would not run Boots on this set. So Shyanta could be an interesting strategy. Willbound Metro cannot run Boots. Avatros has Rev Up. Boots my mass, but it doesn't hit hard enough. But it could give me some fadeaway switch initiative. It could give me some switch initiative into other things. Like, considering I have Lumi and Moriel already, that's actually not a bad plan. Like, Boots my mask is definitely up there. Plasmoth, no. Lumola, no. Nevermare, no. Scampy, no. I would rather run you drop a Youth anyway. Hydralin Boots, nah, too passive. Like, Boots Tata, I don't like combining the same types. Boots Tata is honestly not too bad. I would need something to deal with toxic types. So maybe something like Cheyenne, maybe like Boots Helvantic. I could use something like Boots Helvantic, maybe. Because, yeah, right now I'm actually pretty weak to toxic types if I'm not careful. Like, I can't hit them, but I'm also not necessarily... I can't necessarily swap in versus them, and I can't swap into Poison Barbs either. And since I don't have any reliable... Yeah, I won't have any reliable hazard removal. Yeah, it would have to be Boots Helvantic or Boots Ferreno. I don't think anything else would work. So yeah, if that's the case, I would have to run very nimble on... This would have to be what I would run. That. Tender. Clumsy. And then I would run a... I guess I would just run more... I would run more of that, I guess. Yeah, something like that would work. And then my item of choice. I don't know what my item... Not Clutch Plushie, because Blaze of Glory would recoil. Yeah, because that would recoil. Plus, I'm using this to switch in the Icicle Traps anyway. Boots Festifer? Nah, it won't work. Boots Behemoth, but I already have the other guy. Like, I think this team could work. I still gotta find the items for a bunch of these. This won't be gloves. I could just make this like a fire shell or something. Or even better, I could just make this a... I could make this freaking specific. I could go for the good old specific route. No, let's not do that. We'll just do classic flame shell. We'll just do classic flame shell. We'll do classic flame shell nuke play. And honestly, I don't feel bad with this. Yeah, that's what it looks like so far. The Lechant is not... I'm not using Lechant, I just have it there as an example. I was doing a calc of something. So yeah, this would be... So yeah, nuke something with Blaze of Glory. And then we add a toxic type, a melee attacking toxic type, like Venusaur, with specialty boots. And that's honestly, I think, the play call we go for. Sorry. And then we use moves like Venom Slash. Oh, the problem with Vereno, it gives me another ancient weakness. How many ancient weaknesses do we have? 1, 2, 2. Only 2 ancient weaknesses. Well, only 2 ancient weaknesses. Yeah, Blossom Shell does hit Luminon. Like, I can definitely see the idea of Blossom Shell. Blossom Shell is a good idea. Blossom Shell or Flame Shell? Anything not named Luminami? Flame Shell's to play. By the way, I have 4 light type weaknesses. I have 4 light type weaknesses if I use Venusaur. That's not the play. Helvantic has to be the play then. Oh, but no, then and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have 4 Earth type weaknesses anyway. I can't do that. No, I can't do that. I need to do something else completely. That does not work. Nope, that will not work. Maybe I go without the toxic type. I could go air type, but there's no good melee attacking air types besides Ganderville and Avatros. I mean, specialty boots Avatros? I mean, maybe. That just seems so wrong. Especially since I could just get a rev up boost and outspeed everything. Gargolem Base, but Gargolem Base kind of sucks. Although I could use it as an Icicle Trap setter. Maybe I don't have to use it as a straight up melee attacker. Maybe I could use it as a speed... I could kind of use it for speed control. Like, I could make it my Boots Lumion, but I can also have Icicle Traps on it. Either that, or I go for a more supportive Gargolem Speed. That could work too. I just want a consistent melee attacker. That's, I guess, I might just have to go without an air type and be weak to Borak. I hate that. There is one. There's U-Typhoon. But U-Typhoon sucks at actually doing damage. As a defensive Lumion, it's great. But as something as speed control that can do actual damage on offense, it can't. So that won't work. Is there any fast melee attacker that I can use boots with? Lavatros is not it. Zulong's not it. Metronet has to hold an item. My mask legit feels like the best choice. I'm honestly thinking my mask here. It could be mask swap. It could be the other thing. There's up. Like, my mask looks legit like the best option. But then I compound my dark type weaknesses again. No, that won't work. Ronsador won't work. No, Nevermare won't work either. No. It's either Gargolem Base or Tatsa. I don't like compounding my grass weakness though, but I do get a Brawler type. It just makes it me weaker to toxic types though. It does make me weaker to toxics. But if I add something like Tateb on the team, it does give me another Flash and Flame immunity. Like, this feels so wrong to add another plant type. It legit does feel wrong to add another plant type on the team. But I feel like I have to have something like this on the team. If I don't, then I just get cooked. You'll know that feeling? Sometimes I feel like I need to go with comfort picks here. Y'all know what I mean? Like, this doesn't feel right. 2 plant types just does not feel so right. And that doesn't fix... I have 3 dark weaknesses, but I do have a dark resist. That just makes me weaker to dark is the problem. But I have this to deal with offensive darks if I need to. And the only offensive dark type... And I'm used to playing around being weak to dark. And it's only 3 dark type weaknesses. If I really need something to deal with other dark types, I can use Muriel. I can rely on Muriel to do it. And I can even rely on Violana's natural bulk as well. I think this is the team I'm using. And you'll be dust. I think we got it. We got our picks. We got our options. We're going to go with a comfort pick here. We're going to go with a comfort pick. I'm also very weak to Ikazune too. I'm pretty weak to Ika, but it's not completely terrible. 0 toxic resist. Toxic resist are brutal. I know. Yeah, now I don't have a toxic resist. So you're right. I know. You're right, Atlas. You're right. I can't do this. I can't go Helvantic, and I can't go with that either. I can't go with Helvantic or Venusaur either. Like, legit. The thing that sucks is that there's only one option. There's only option for one Lumion to work for this team. This is the Lumion that I would have to use in order for this to work. It would have to be this guy. It's a toxic resist because it's an earth type. It's a more consistent Zip Zap immunity. It does compound my Icicle Trap weakness though. Dokomori. Too slow is the problem. Dokomori is so slow. I need something with boots so I can actually outspeed other boots Lumions. Otherwise, I'll just get out-offensed. I mean, I could maybe out-defend some things. Yeah, you have armor. So yeah, I'll rely on you as my melee attackers. Plus, you're a melee tank. I mean, I could just run Gargolem Defense and call it a day. Wendelin has a hit and runner. Zintendo? What would that do? How would that help? I'm trying to see. I see the vision. I see the vision. Would it work, though? Okay, let's think about this a little bit. It will give me a Brawler immunity. So that's good. I would get a Brawler immunity. Brawler immunity. Fade away momentum as well. Fade away momentum is nice. It does give me another Flash and Flea immunity, but I think I might have to just play around that. I hate being so weak to freaking Eclipse. But it's just something I'm going to have to do. I do have a light immunity and a light resist, though. 2 light resist, actually. It is a toxic resist. It's not the best toxic resist, but it's a toxic resist. And I can pivot. And it's a Brawler immunity. And it's something that can use specialty boots. This is honestly the best option we have. This is legit the best option we have. It could work. If I use something like Fade Away. could use something like Fade Away, Mega Chomp, Body Slam. I don't really have any. Oh no, I have Jolt on Mariel, so I can use that as like a Body Slam Dazzling. I have Body Slam, so I could specifically hit the Eclipse. I know it feels weird being weak to. I have Body Slam as specifically a melee attack, because that would do more to the Eclipse than a Frost Beam would. It's weird because I don't have Icicle traps. So I'm gonna have to roll without Icicle traps. But I think it will work. I have regular barbs. I have ways to beat air types. 2 air resists. I would need to drop that. That could work. Fade Away out. Mega Chomp Bloomy. Body Slam to Eclipse. Dazzling Barrage Ancient types. Yeah, I think that's the team. We got our team. We got our team of choice. And I don't hate it. You have Mudslide. I only have 1 Hazard Remover. I could run Mudslide on this, but I want Landslide as just a more powerful attack. But to be fair, I'm not super weak to hazards. A little bit. I kinda am, actually. I am kinda weak to hazards. Especially Gargolem hazards, actually. Gargolem hazards is brutal. If I see a Gargolem defense, we're not gonna be in the best spots. Yeah, Gargolem defense is a bad matchup for me. Yeah, Gargolem defense is not good for me. If I see it. Is there any way I could play around it? Like I could chip it down over time, then Blaze of Glory it. Like maybe I could play around the Gargolem defense a little bit. It won't be easy, but it can be done, but it won't be easy. Then once I break through it, I can get rid of hazards. Yep. That's going to be my Violana team. This isn't going to be for a showcase. Like, I'm going to use it for a showcase in the future. Does anyone want to battle? I'm just going to try it out and see if it works. I don't think it will. I think I need to find something else. I don't know if Soulburst Catch... Oh, by the way, my sound's off. Sorry about that, my sound is off. He has Violana too, actually. Okay, we got our sound back on. We're going to try battle with this and see if it works. Problem is that, yeah, it would work against the Mulmerk. Mulmerk and his Violana it would work against. It would work against those two in particular. Flash and Flay. I gotta bring you for that. And I can hit that thing. See, I'm not weak to Dokomori hazards, which is good. I bring you for the Valkyrie because I can Poison Stall it and then Tamp on it. Garlash isn't nice, but I can bring you and click Flash and Flay. Even with the existence of Mulmerk. And I could bring Oxydrake and set hazards up. Either set hazards, Vocaloa nuke, or Fade Away spam. I don't think I'm gonna go Fade Away spam here though. I think I'd rather go. I could go Blowy Uppy. Blowy Uppy is an option, but I think the safest play is to go you. I think we lead passive here. We lead. Is one. Oh yeah, that Dokomori lead could be bad actually. Dokomori lead could be game losing. I think I'm gonna lead turn 1 Gastroke. We'll do turn 1 Gas Stroke on Icicle Traps Dokimori. Yep. I think that's the play. He's going to place Icicle Traps. We're just going to have to accept that, unfortunately. We're just going to have to accept Icicle Traps being up. And you know what? I'm actually going to be perfectly okay with that, if that is getting rid of Dokimori right off the bat. I don't care if he switches either. If he switches, he switches. I just need to find a way to keep Icicle Traps off the field. I gotta keep Icicle Traps off if I can. Okay, switch. I could have thrown a poison, but it's fine. Violana comes on in, that's fine. To be fair, Violana doesn't do much versus me. But no, these things run Dust. Yeah, Violanas run Mysterious Dust. So yeah, that wouldn't work. I could spam Tamp, but I also don't want them to spam Peace of Mind either. So what I would rather do is just click. How much would this even do? It won't do much. It's Violana. Yeah, Violana. I mean, I could poison it. Poison it, Luminami, Driving's Force it. But it has Landslide. I have to go Violana and at least stop the pain. Thing is, if he goes back Dokimori, I am screwed. Okay, maybe not screwed, but I won't be in the best position. Unless I set up a Palm. Okay, no, he went for Hullabaloo. Oh, he's using the set himself as well. He's using the same set, apparently. Is he using the same Hullabaloo set? Because if that is interesting... I'm going to set up Palm once, actually. Because I can rejuvenate on this thing later, actually. And then if he goes into Doku, I can landslide it. Okay, he stayed in. And I know that I outspeed you. Oh, we're really going to go for that 1v1. Oh, I don't want to go for that. I hope we don't speed tie each other. That would suck, actually. That'd actually suck if we speed tie each other. Okay, we do a little bit of... We do a little bit to each other each. Violana versus Violana. We'll go for one more. Yeah, okay, my Violana's faster than his. Good. We both Hullabalooed. So no, neither of us can heal. Both at around the same level. Boom! Oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna be able to do this. Yeah, we're both stuck in the Hullabaloo spam. Yeah, you're forced to switch into Garlash. Alright. That's fine. We get to save our things for later. I could actually get some hit. I could actually get a hit off. Then I can go into Oxydrake. Oxydrake is basically free here. I can't allow Garlash to get a free hit off. Hullabaloo! It works! It definitely works. A stall breaking variant will... I could see this actually work. It actually did a lot at +2. Considering Violana isn't meant to do a lot of damage, that was actually a lot for +2. Wow. Hope it doesn't read this. This would be bad, actually. Nope, we did not read it. That still did a lot of damage, though, because Garlash hits hard. I'm gonna go for Barbs just to see what you do. He switches. Dokimori. Ah, Doku. I don't like that at all. Doku's not good. I mean, I got Barbs up, but... ugh. Muriel, Gas Stroke. I'll go Violana here. I'll go Violana. I'm gonna be aggressive here. Because Icicle Traps are coming up. Yep, there's the traps. I just can't allow that to come back in there. I can go for a Hullabaloo on something else. He stayed in. Dang it, he stayed in. He stayed in into Drago. Yeah, Dragodine comes in now. That was bad. I just allowed him free leverage. There is the Garlash. But just kind of let Violana go down. Is Violana worth keeping alive? I mean, not really. I could go Luminami. I don't think he's going to Mega Chomp or Venom Chomp. I think I'm just going to go Luminami here. Yeah, Luminami comes in. He did make the predict. Dang it. That did a lot because of the traps. I'm going to stay in and just Flash and Flay. Dang it. I should have went into the other guy. Is Trumbull, Quick Pounce, Battle Chime well positioned in the current meta? It could be. I'm just trying to think. What is the meta right now? The problem is that the meta is very bulky. I live because it's Luminami. And I do get the Flash and Flay off. Okay, good. And that pretty much gives me a free opportunity into Muriel. I'm not even going to think about it. Just, Muriel, you're coming in. You're coming in. And you're my Mudslider. But he can't go into his air type, because if he goes into his air type, I get to do a ton of damage to it. Violana comes back in. And honestly, I think I just jolt it. I jolt it before it rejuvenates. Boom! Nice, I got the jolt off. Perfect. That did not go bad. Dokomori comes back in. Probably gonna go for Earthquake, but I can go for a Mudslide. He has Earthquake. Good. Okay, good. That's good. I still have Muriel left over. He could live a Dragodine hit. Perfectly fine. There you go. No more Icicle Traps for us. That's what I have that for. Of course he's Milkshake, but that's fine. We just gotta play around that. We're just gonna have to play around that. We'll go into Gastro. We need to poison his other guy if we can. He did make the predict. Dang it, he predicted me. His last one's Dragodine, isn't it? His last one's... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. 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 I have to Poison stall it down to get it into Jolt range. Poison. Gotta get this thing into Jolt range. He went back Doku. I don't care, actually. You know what? I don't care about that. Fine. Made the right read? Fine. I get a free hit on something else, so I'm gonna use that as leverage. I mean, he read me, but I actually don't mind that he did. All of that, me getting predicted, did not help him. He didn't make any progress. I mean, he wasted a little energy, but it didn't help him long term. He's gonna go for a Provoke. Gosh dang it. Why do these things run Provoke? Why does Dragodines run Provoke now? Did I just lose on that because I have no speed? Yes, that's how it goes. Flora Blast, because I'm forced to. Oh my god, it's over! I'm just completely swept off the floor. Never mind, I critical hit it. I critical hitted it. Yeah, I'm staying in. Let's at least get this in the Jolt range. Let's at least get this in the Jolt range. The thing is Zolburst Dragos don't usually run it. I guess it would drop Draco Beam to run it. So it would have, yeah, Dark. Would it be funny if Egg Onslaught does not actually Oko? It would actually be kind of funny. I mean, it's just Zolburst Gasthark we're talking about here. This is Zolburst Gasthark we are talking about. Oh my god. Okay. That's in Jolt range. Good, it's in Jolt range. That's what I needed. That's all I wanted. Just get it in Jolt range so we can get rid of it. I don't care if you get a +1. Get it in the Jolt range, and then we'll think about it from there. Problem? We don't have any speed. So, we're not looking great. Muriel has to come in. I just don't know what his last one is. I don't know what it is. Don't know what his last one is. I hope it's not an Earth type. He switched for some strange reason. Don't be anything bad. Okay, his last one's Serenite. That's bad, actually. I don't like that. Terrifying. Terrifying Jolt. Did a decent chunk. Of course, it's Health Amulet. That's going to make the game a whole lot harder. One of many. Stops the stat drops, at least. This is Drudge. That's over, too. Funny part is, if this is Drudge, it's game over as well. I gotta keep that for Jolt spam. Boiling Press does not too much. Funnily enough, doesn't do too much. Do I live one Icicle Traps with that? I don't know if I do. I'm gonna bring Oxydrake into the game. Soaring Steel, yeah, I didn't want to take that. Perfect. No burn, nice. No burn. I can go for a Rejuvenate to heal. I'm kind of forced to. I can Driving Force. I wish I didn't outspeed that, but it's fine. Has Raging Flame. Okay. I mean, yeah, we could just force it out and place barbs. Okay, yeah. I know how to play this. I know how to play this here. I know how to play it. Driving's force it out, so it can't heal any more HP. He's gonna set up barbs and make it harder for me. God damn it! Stop giving him the chances to win! Oh my god, I basically just gave him a free turn. I gave him a free turn there. I mean, if I get rid of Drago... Honestly, no. I want Drago to KO my Oxydrake. Yeah, I actually do want his Drago to OHKO. No, no! Don't go back, Seer Knight! He's doing this because he knows he can barb on me. He knows he can barb on me for free. Oh, he gave me a combative boost. Hey, I'll take that. I will happily take a combative boost any day of the week. Okay. We can't let him get one more. If he gets one more layer of barbs, then we're cooked. Because the Muriel can't come back in and win. So, okay. Well, Driving Force now. Because we're forced to. It's a forced play. I know how to... Okay, yeah, no. I know how to play this. I know how to play this. Driving Forced out. We sack. This is bad. We have to sack. This turn, specifically, we have to sack this guy this turn. If we don't sack Violana this turn, it's over on the spot. Yep, that's why I did that. That's why I specifically sacked him. I sacked Violana this turn specifically. I probably should have just Driving Force again. It was too risky. I couldn't do it. I should have just got rid of him. I was so dumb. I don't know why I didn't do that. Muriel, you're coming in. Live? Icicle Traps? In barbs. Okay, yeah, I couldn't live another one. Jolt it. I can't Mudslide it either. Dang it. I can't do that. I might have just lost the battle on that. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't. Okay, we win. Jolt spam. Oh! Well, that was close. I mean, it could work. I feel like this team structure could work. It just feels so out of my... You're able to win, but it just feels way too far out of my league to use. Like, we beat Quarry with it, but it just feels so far out of my play. I don't understand the Gastric play at all. Oh, you didn't I was just trying to chip your Dragodine so I can get it in the Jolt range because I had nothing else to deal with it. I kind of got lucky because of the crit. I didn't know you had Provoke on your Dragodine. I thought it was 3 moves Palm. But I assumed you dropped Draco Beam for... You dropped Draco Beam for Provoke. But yeah, that makes sense. I could see that. Is that what you did, Corey? So yeah, that's... I mean, I think this team could work. Problem is, having just Mudslide on Muriel just doesn't feel right. Like, I'm honestly just tempted at dropping Tamp and doing something like this instead. So I at least have 2 Lumions with Mudslide. Even though it's just Mudslide, it would give me 2 Lumions to potentially remove Hazards with. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. I had a whole Muriel. I just didn't want it to set up. Yeah, that's probably what I should have just went into Muriel. I didn't... Yeah, I made a bad play there. I was just like, oh, I had a Muriel in the back. I'm just like, let's just try... I didn't think you were gonna run Provoke on it. Like, I don't know why. I don't see Provoke on Drago. At least on Soulburst variant. On regular variants, I see it. On Soulburst variants, I don't see Provoke on Dragodine. Like, I'm serious. Like, I think that's the first time I've seen a Soulburst Dragodine run it. Because the Soulburst Dragodine I know about are the 3 moves Palm. So, did you drop... So, I assume you just dropped... Well, it paid off since that put me in a terrible position. Oh, okay. Yeah, the plan was I was trying to chip the Dragodine down to put me into Jolt range with Muriel. Still crazy that Gastroke lives +1 Egg Onslaught. That is crazy. I don't know how it lived that. I mean, it's Gastroke, but still. It's kind of crazy to think about it. These people complain about Luminami being tanky. So, we got the Violana. I'm not sure how it's going to do in a showcase. I'm not sure. I'm still iffy on Gastroke being a fit on this team. Like, even though it won me that battle, like, it doesn't feel... I don't know. Like, I feel like there's going to be 50% of battles where this team absolutely cooks. And there's 50% of battles where I'm just on the back foot and I have to make a comeback in every battle. Which is just unsustainable. I think it depends if the Oxydrake... I wasn't burned at that time, but the problem is that you would have been set up too much is the problem. I don't know, actually. You had been around the yellow. You would have been in, like, I think 40%. I don't think Jolt would have KO'd. Probably, yeah, the crit probably mattered. I had a horrible idea of making Submerge priority Shedtail that does something in the rain. Oh gosh. Like, the thing is that I don't know if it's Gastroke or I don't know if it's the way the team's built. Like, it just, I need something else is the thing. Like, what if I have Tatub in this spot instead of Gastro? And then I had a different Lumion in this spot. Because I feel like these base 3 can work. Muriel for Dragodine, so I don't completely die. Vocaloa as a fire type that can attack, and then Tatub, and then something else in this spot. I would need that spot to block Zip Zap. Is what I would need in this spot. I know, I'm always in the back seat. I know, like if there is a team without much offense that I could stall out with Violana, it would work. But if I'm against a super offensive team that just does piles upon piles of damage, I'm on the back foot. And unlike other players who are used to using a more defensive-oriented... that a lot of other good players are used to using defensive-style teams, I'm not that good at using defensive-style teams. So I lack immediate damage, other than on Vocaloa, which I didn't even bring into that battle. Yeah, I agree, Corey. It definitely feels like that. 2 more battles? I'll do 1 more battle with the team. Let's do 1 more battle with the team. I'll do 1 more battle. I'll do 1 more battle with the team and see if I can... After this battle, I'll end the stream. It's kind of late. I wanted to do another stream tonight just so I can talk about some of my future showcases. Yeah, I brought my 5 fat guys in that battle. Oh, this is great for this battle, actually. If I can get rid of the Borealis. Borealis is going to be the tricky one. I'll bring you for the Ava. Yeah, bring you for the Ava. I'll bring you for the I lack so much. This is elusive Borealis. This is an elusive Borealis. And I can tell it's elusive. Oh god, he's elusive. Well, we're gonna have to OHKO it with Blaze of Glory. And then if I make a wrong read into the Lumi, I'm screwed. That's elusive Borealis. Oh god, this is terrible. I mean, I could barb it, Driving's Force. I'm just trying to think of ways I could maybe play this. You against the Infernix, pivot. If you're not, return to sender. Gas Stroke on Lumi to block Flash and Flay. Yeah, I kind of need that to block Flash and Flay. Violana could stop both of these guys. And can live an Imperior hit. So I think I'll leave Wyndolin behind. Lead you. Pivot early. Yeah, that'll be the plan. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm the slowest possible that fire type overlap. Soul Burst Eruptor Dawn, Herb type Soul Burst that blocks the zap and hits fairly hard. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. I can replace that for Volcaloa. Or I can have a second fire type. I could have 2 fire types on my team. And it has I could run 2 fire types. If I had Tatub. It would give me a 4th Earth type weakness, which would be tough. Yeah, we don't have a good Hullabaloo user. Like, honestly, the best Hullabaloo user right now is probably either Moevilax or Celesting. Nice, I got my Flash and Flee off first. That's what I wanted there. And even then, like, those are 4th move options for those Lumions. And we don't have any Lumions that can deal consistent damage with Hullabaloo either. This thing's gonna suck. All I'm gonna say is that this thing's going to really suck. I get a little damage off. I guess I'll go Oxydrake, so I'm not completely dead. I can always Driving Force this guy out. Oh, you're not elusive. I'll play Solera Barbs. You're not elusive. Okay, good to know. You're not elusive. This is not an elusive Borealis. Good to know. We get to see if you're immediately Undermine or not. Like, we don't have a Primarina or Glow King in this game. Yeah, we don't have Lumions like that yet. That have bulk and also damage as well. Okay, switch out of Borealis. I get a layer of Barbs up. Infernix comes on in. That's not bad. Okay, that's fine. Okay, he's going for the burn up to remove hazards, which is fair. He's going to just try to remove hazards. So, while he's doing that, I just force him out. Why not just force him out, then? So we don't... Yeah, he's not going to make any progress with that. In fact, I will make more progress if I do that. And if he doesn't remove hazards, then guess what? Hazards stay up. So there's no reason why not the Driving Force here. Okay, Raging Flame. He missed. Okay, a Raging Flame could have been bad, actually. Okay, good to know he has Raging Flame on that thing. Good to know. Let's not make that mistake again, shall we? Borealis comes in. This time... Yeah, I'll just Vice Jaws. I don't care if he goes for Undermine this time. Closest thing we got is Phagenaut. Yeah, Phagenaut's the closest thing that... Oh yeah, you're right, Phagenaut. I see that thing work. Radiant Rush. Oh my god, he's very unlucky. Like, I don't die from that, but oh my god, he missed a Raging Flame and a Radiant Rush. That is a horrible luck. I'm sorry, man. I know how that feels. The luck just sometimes does not swing your way. It's horrible. It's a very bad feeling. Now your snack comes in. So, okay, good. That's actually really good for me that your snack came in now. Do I care if my item gets slapped? Yeah, I don't care if my item gets slapped. I don't care if I take a super effective hit. I don't respect your snack's damage. So I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to get another layer of Barbs up. Slap down. Okay, that's fine. No Health Amulet. Oh, by the way, Borealis is dead. I could really make... Oh, no, I'm weak to that, though. I think I would have to go Lumi and then pivot. I could go Muriel and pivot. No, Lumi's better. Bro, why? I'm sorry. Okay, you just baffled. I'm fine with a baffle there. I don't do much to your snack, but with the Barbs up, it does eventually go down. So I can play around that to my advantage. I don't know if Hullabaloo works with the other thing, though. Libby comes into Barbs. Does he not have... The thing I'm curious about is, does he not have the other move? He just Mega Chomped. Him Mega Chomping was a misplay. I guess my other dude in the game. I can bring in Violana. I could go for the stop of Flash and Flea, but honestly, I don't really want to stop it. I just want to go for a Palm and be unkillable. I'll go for Hullabaloo on the Infernix. There, I got my Palm up. So now he won't be able to destroy me on this side. He Flash and Flees. Alright. Only 10 damage, because Violana is pretty nuts. And yeah. Your Snack comes into Hazards. He can't really go into it if he doesn't know them stratagem. He's forced to go Infernix. The Infernix, that's going to take a lot of chip. So we just Hullabaloo. Oh, I could have Landslided too. I don't know if he is Power Napper or not. I feel like he is defensive, because he has Raging Flame on it. Hullabaloo, so you can't heal. Burn up to remove hazards. Fair play. That is a very fair play. I should have just Landslided it. I don't know why I didn't do that. That was kind of dumb on my part. Now he's going to switch. Nope, he stayed into Landslide. Bye-bye. Critical hit. I don't know if the crit there mattered, but yeah, probably. Infernix is bulky. But yeah, now a member of the Power Napper Corps is dead. He can go... I kind of want to see if the other thing with Hullabaloo works with Power Napper. Gargolems is last. Good to know Gargolems is last. I'm just going to Hullabaloo and see how much I do to you. It's not going to do much because you're an air type. But I just want to see what it can do. Like, the thing is, my Luminami wins anyway. My Luminami and Violana and Oxydrake win the game. And Gastroke wins. Gastroke really wins the game. Even if you have Icicle Traps, my other thing wins the game anyway. That's a forfeit. Yeah, that was definitely a lot of RNG in that battle. I mean, we could try again, but we kind of know each other's teams is the problem. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, we'll battle again. This will be the last battle of the stream. I promise. It'll be the last one. I think I just bring same team. Now this time I know Infernix a little bit better now. I think this time I leave Gastroke behind. I think I'd be sneaky and leave Gastroke behind. That's so sneaky, but I think that could work. I could do that. No, Gastroke's so good if I get rid of his other threats, though. And yeah, Mudslide on it. And Bokaloa could be good. I want Bokaloa. Actually, I will not leave. I will not bring Violana this time. This time, I'm actually going to leave Violana behind this time. I know Violana's the star of the show, but I think at this time, I'm going to mix it up. He leads Infernix, knowing both trying something else that time. Flash and Flee is free. Set to my advantage. He is going for the Dissipate. You know he's going for the other play. I forgot what it was called. Well, I know what he's doing, so... That's good. I know what he's doing. So, that's good. Oh, he dissipated. Never mind. He dissipated instead. Okay. Dissipated instead. Well, Borealis is coming in for free. Never mind, Imperior coming in for free. And who switches in? I have one switch. My one switch in is that guy. And I can get Mega Horn, and I can get Savage Horn pretty easily, which is not ideal. Oh my god, he could just Savage Horn predict Muriel and I'm screwed. Yeah, this is the flaw without having any offensive things. Looks like a good bulk, usually with an Assault Vest, can actually deal damage. I'm looking at what makes a good noise user. He brought Soul Burst Imperior this time. He didn't even bring Soul Burst Imperior last time. Like, bruh. He didn't even bring Soul Burst Imperial last time. Now he just realizes that this... Oh my god, he predicted the thing coming in. He'll miss though, right? The problem with... it just does so much damage. You know what? I'm jolting it. I'm jolting it. Do damage, do damage, do damage, do damage. Don't think about it. Just do damage, do damage, do damage. Do damage. I can't think about it. Just do it. Do it. Miss. Nope, he doesn't miss. It's fine. You know why? Flash and Fleet. Luminami, Flash and Fleet. I know you're melee. I know you're melee. You're not range. I know you're melee. You're not range. And I know this lives because it's Lumi. Okay. I lost Muriel. So I lost to all your air types now. If you brought Avatros, I'm screwed. If you brought Avatros, I'm screwed. So yeah, if you brought Avatros, I'm screwed. Alright. Don't be ranged attacker as well. He switched because he knows that doesn't die. Minami comes back in. I have Gastra. Come in once. But the other guy just comes back in. I can't really go anything else though. This is not good. I want a Flora Blast so bad. I'll poison. You're not going Imperia, right? He did. I should have doubled out. I tried to be different and it didn't work. Yeah, we're in trouble. We lost. There's no way we can win now unless we lost really badly now. Because we did not bring Violana. One, we did not bring Violana to stop the healing. And two, we did not bring anything to stop Imperior. And Imperior just uses Last Laugh for free. Dark moves are free. We can't even poison stall the thing down. Yeah, we're in trouble now. We can't win now. Unless we do some Luminami nonsense. It's kind of the only possible way we could win is Luminami. So, Luminami, live a Last Laugh, then we go Oxydrake, and then we try to stall it out. That's kind of all we have left. He just went for a normal Gnarly Gash first. He didn't even go for the other play. He didn't even go for a Last Laugh. Oxydrake this time? That's the problem when you're passive. You have Dark Surge, even as funny Dark Surge. Even as Dark Surge. My gosh, even as Dark Surge. Will I go down in one more attack? I don't know. I don't even have priority to deal with this thing either. I'll go for Lyra Barbs. I'll go for Lyra Barbs. No, no, no! No! I needed one turn! One extra turn! I mean, I could Braum Boost, but it's kind of over at this point. Braum Boost. You won't have Primal Slash either, right? So yeah, he is ranged attacker. He switched. Okay, he switched. Lumi. Braum Boost. Even though this doesn't OHKO, might as well go for it. Don't really have another play. Like, can do the same things as Latios. Like, the problem is that Vocaloa just does not do enough damage. It doesn't do it. It does not do enough damage even with a Braum Boost. The Braum Boost play really does not matter here. Like, look at that. Look at that damage. It did amazing damage. Not. Flash and Flee into something else. If Violana can do the same thing as Latios with the Calm Mind Recover stuff, differences that Latios is that you're using Violana. Yeah, that's the difference between the two. And yeah, he has this guy too. Yeah, it's over. It's completely over. We do not stand a chance. We do not stand a chance. We are so screwed. And he just sets hazards up too. Like, man, I wish I was specialty boots. I wish I put the boots on that guy and not the other guy. I wish I put the boots on that guy. Gnarly Gash. You have Gnarly Gash as well, I see. Yeah, melee defense fall, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh, I see ya. I see the RNG starting to return. 8 people are still watching the stream. Sorry with the late night stream. This will be the last battle no matter what happens, though. I mean, we could still maybe make the comeback. He has no Flash and Flea immunities, so... If I get a Flash and Flea back into something else and then back into another guy, maybe we'll have a chance. I don't know. We'll see. That melee defense drop really does suck, though, because he's just going to stay in again. I just don't know how we could survive whatever he has up. He switched. Lumi? Lumi. Oh, God. Lumi's back. Oh, it's you. Gastro can come in, but Flora is not enough to Oko. Problem is that Flora is not enough to Oko. Yeah, we still have 5 Lumions. We still got all 5 of his Lumions left. I'm Flora Blasting. I don't care. So yeah, his Lumi... Yeah. If he brought Borealis, is so problemsome. Oh, that's good. That's actually really good for me. Nice. Lots of damage. Rageful plushie. You gotta be kidding me. Well, no more Vocaloa. Vocaloa is dead weight now. I can't... Why do I even try to make a read? I failed to read, like always. Luminami lives 1, but not really. It's just... Oh, it doesn't live 2 Gnarlies. I can't live that. I can't live 2 of those. I can't live 2 of those no matter what happens. Like, I can Flash and Flee here. But then I don't know what to do from here. The Imperior just wins no matter what I do. No matter what I do, Imperior wins. Imperior just wins. The only way I can mate... Because I dropped Tamp. What I need to do... I need to stall that 1 turn from Imperior. And then I need to rely on Gastroke to poison stall everything else. Even though he probably just has Borealisk in the back and I lose to that. Yep, there's Borealisk. That's pretty much game loss. That's pretty much game loss. Especially if he has Deep Freeze. Especially if he has Deep Freeze. I mean, I know what he has. Actually, do I? I can't tell. What is this Pokemon? Let's see. Do you have Deep Freeze on your Borealis? Probably. Nope. Icicle Tremor. Okay. It's actually not over yet. Luminami might actually just do its stuff again. Luminami might Luminami yet again. Luminami, you're gonna have to Luminami this all over again. Okay. Shocky did not just go Imperior on the spot. But you know what? I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue. Getting Luminami back in the game, I'm not gonna argue with it. Not gonna argue with it. And I gotta click Flash and Flee too. It's the only play I can make. Alright. The Slithering Snake. The Slithering Snake survives! Can my 2 fat things win this? We'll see. Yeah, not... Would have... I don't know. Would I have lived a hit from Imperior with Violon? I don't know. Josh, I saw your last community post. Are you going to a Skyward stream? Maybe. He switched! To who? Okay. It's an opportunity. I mean, there's an opportunity. I mean, I know what to do. Just get Luminami back in the game. Yeah, get Luminami back in the game. Because if he brings Imperior dies in 1. Imperior dies in 1. So, yeah. I'm going to use that to my advantage. Yeah, I don't care about Borealis coming back in. Wait. Get my energy back. Jamie should take away Flash and Flee from Lumi. I mean, the problem is that I honestly don't think it's Flash and Flee. I honestly think it's Power Napper. Oh, perfect. Wasted an Undermine. Nicely done. I get to actually hit it with a Flash and Flee. I get to hit it with a Flash and Flee. only the first attack is 140 power, so its next attack will not be that strong. So yeah, its next attack will not be that strong. So I can go back into Lumi again. Imperior. Phoenix. Flash and Flee again! We're gonna keep playing this game! Raging Flame, that really does not help at all. Even though, like, again, that really does not help. The Raging Flame does not help him there. Like, even though that missed, yeah, Wavewrecker does less, but I'm clicking Flash and Flee every single time anyway, so that's not really helping him that much. I'm gonna go for Poison and at least start Poison stalling the Infernix if possible. There you go. Yeah, because his last one's Lumi. Yeah, I know what he has left. Dissipate back out. Yeah, I know what he has left. I know what he has left. Is there a chance? Guys, is there a chance? Is this doable? Is this battle with Luminami and Gastroc actually doable? Like, the problem is that the battle's gonna last 50 years. I know, this is peak gameplay. Just going from one fat thing to another fat thing. Like, the thing is that his Imperior KOs Illumian. So him not going into that is what's selling him this game right now. It's him not immediately going into it is what's selling him this game. He did make the predicted Undermine. I will now go for the Wavewrecker play. If I can get rid of Borealis, Gastro could solo. You know what? That's the play call I'm going for. If I can get rid of Borealis, Gastro could solo. I'm going to go for that play call. I'm going for that play. Ah, he went Lumi. He did go Lumi on that. Okay. I mean, even if he Mega Chomps, it's not the end of the world. Josh, do you think that Season 5 will be a weather season? Yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely a weather season and a half. There's the poison on Lumi. I'm starting to get the poison damage on everything now, which is good. Mega Chomp will do decent chunk, but not enough to actually do that much, so that's good. Starting to get some poison damage on Luminami now. I'll go for Photosynthesis to heal, because Luminami simply does not do enough damage. Wish I had Barbalock, but it's just kind of how it is. Problem is he knows what's going on. He's playing this in a very specific way, because he knows what's happening. Can I get Luminami back in? He's sacking one of his two Lumians to bring back Imperior. And I can't allow that. I can't allow Imperior free switch. I'm Mudslide because I can't deal with hazards. That didn't do much, thankfully. He's sacking Lumi intentionally because he knows. Flash and Play. He did it. He did it. He did it. Oh, I lost. I lost to that play, didn't I? I lost to that play, because now Imperior comes in, claims a body, because I don't have dodge. Thank you for answering, but do you think Gus teams will be nerfed? Also, please showcase Avatros and Gus. I mean, I didn't make a direct showcase for it, but yeah. I don't have a dodge. And I can't deal with Borealis. Like, it would have to be down to a Gnarlygash live. It's honestly probably a 50-50. Is he going to the safest play for him is to Gnarlygash. But if he Gnarlygashes, I lose to Borealis anyway. I lose to Borealis and Infernix anyway, if that's the case. He's gonna, yeah, he's just gonna Gnarlygash. It doesn't matter. He's just gonna Gnarlygash anyway. Even if he makes the Dark Surge predict, he's just gonna Gnarlygash anyway. Like, the sad part, like, honestly, no, the best play would have been to stay in and click Photo if he clicked Dark Surge. That would have been the best play to make. But I cannot do that, is the thing. No, I should have just stayed in. I should have just... It didn't matter anyway. Yeah, it didn't matter anyway. He let Luminami go down because he knew that he could afford that. He knew he could afford to get away with that. Yeah, that's why you're in dodge. And Borealis wins. I mean, if I can get rid of this in this hit, if you somehow live the hit, you don't live the hit. Unless Gastroke does the impossible? Yeah, Gastroke never lives that. GG's. That is a GG's. New to PvP, what are some good Lumians I can use? There are a lot of good ones. Luminami and Lechant. Those are the best two. There's a couple other good ones too. Valkyrie's very good. Marave's pretty anti-meta. There's also Whippledrift and Strong Gust. There's Chironix and Fog. Those are like two of the best weathers. There's also Deludrix and Rain, which is pretty good as well. Plasmoth is a pretty solid range tank that can absolutely destroy Limbians sometimes. Zulong can pivot in and out. Fade Away with Wyndolin is a hit and runner. You even have that with the other. If it was Borealis and Infernix last, Lumi could have won. It was Borealis and Infernix, but my Luminami was out of energy and it needed a rest. Nah, Hydralin is bad. Never use it. Bywarden's actually good in doubles, just not the best in singles. No, Hydralin's not good. No, it's not. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Actually, you're right. I could have just rested on... Honestly, Corey, it would have been the best play to let Gastro go down there and then go into Lumi, rest on the Undermine. Wave Wrecker it. You're right. That was the best play. Yeah, that had an end game, actually, that I could have won. That is true. Darn. Why didn't I see that? I'm shocked that I wasn't able to see that. Yeah, you did well. How did I see that? How didn't I see that end game? If I let Gastro go instead of Lumi, even though Luminami needed to rest, Luminami was at 100 plus HP. I could have rested on the Undermine. And then Wave Wrecker lived at 40 HP. That had a shot. Oh man, yeah, how did I miss that? Yeah, that had a better shot than Gastroke Live and Icicle Tremor. But yeah, that will be the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the 2 streams in one day. I am going to have a showcase video out, hopefully on Tuesday, so be ready for that. It'll probably be the Violana showcase. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the second stream of the day, and I'll see y'all all later. Bye-bye!